So just to, well, I've been having headache issues recently, and now I'm starting to feel like I'm developing a sore throat. Now, I guess ideally, it's just from yesterday when I was doing those weird noises. Um, was trying to was trying to talk to the guest. Um, like it did hurt my throat when I did it, but it is a very weird noise to make. So maybe it's connected. Um, like I've only just now like kind of noticed that like I have a bit of a like what feels like the beginnings of a sore throat, and I definitely have a headache, which I mean I've been kind of having, but it's just suddenly gotten worse. Um, I'm not sure if it's gonna affect my streaming at all. I'm still gonna try to stream. So my goal at the moment is
Shepard,
probably
the
gonna.
secondary docking hangar is through the control chamber where you are now. The shuttle they have provided is unarmed.
Understood.
Whatever Geth are on the Alarai have likely built more of themselves. Expect heavy resistance.
Not sure if I'm gonna talk to everybody. I don't think it really changes anything.
If anyone can retake the Alarai, Talizora can.
It's probably not going to affect my. Um,
Shepard spoke well to the Admirals.
Even during the hearing, Talizora's first thought is to protect the fleet.
Talizora Vas Nima. Oh, sorry. I mean Vas Normandy.
No offense taken. The change in name was not my choice.
Per Admiral Rand's orders, the shuttle is prepared for you and Captain Shepard Vas Normandy.
Can you tell us anything about what we'll find on the Alarai?
I'm afraid I don't know much. Not many Marines made it back from the initial assault. They talked about massive waves of Geth, though. More than there should have been.
There shouldn't have been any at all.
Right. I mean that they're afraid the Geth are building or repairing more of themselves from materials on the Alarai.
Let's head to the Alarai.
Of course. I'll unlock the shuttle now. Good luck with those Geth, Talizora. Kira Selai.
what? Hey.
Can't reach the target.
Gotcha!
Hey. No fair.
Here we go!
Something's slowing down the systems. We're taking down the firewalls to rebalance load distribution. Railzora ordered us to bypass standard
I should give positive for like medical stations and such, giving um credits when damn it, I think I just missed it. Oh, come on! Great. Had to restart the whole damn mission. I think we actually finished that more efficiently.
Something's slowing down the systems. We're taking down the firewalls to rebalance load distribution. Rail Zora ordered us to bypass it.
Of course, it's up there.
This is one of the storage units I sent to Father. Looks like parts from a disabled repair drone, plus a reflex algorithm that I didn't recognize. I got this on Haystrom.
Haystrom was a war zone. How did you salvage gear in the middle of all that?
These suits have more pockets than you'd think. Fathers have learned how to salvage whatever we can, whenever we can. Within reason. We're not Vorcha, but we repair what most people would throw away. Hundreds of the ships
It
now
has also
are
pockets.
salvaged wrecks, either found dead in space or purchased for next to nothing.
How did you get these things to your father?
Sometimes I left packages at secure drops in civilized areas. Someone on pilgrimage would see that it was shipped home. For very valuable finds, I'd signal home, and Father would send a small ship.
What made a part worth sending back to your father?
It had to be in working order, something that could be analyzed and integrated into other technology. Anything new had priority. Technology the Geth had developed themselves, signs of modification, clues to their thinking.
Does that salvaged gear give you a clue as to what happened here?
No, I don't know. Shepard, I checked everything I sent here. I passed up great finds because they might be too dangerous, prone to uncontrolled reactivation or self-repair. I don't know which possibility is worse. That I got sloppy and sent something dangerous, or that Father actually did all this.
Who's running the system diagnostic? I didn't authorize. Oh, Keela. How many get their networked?
All of them. Rail Zora.
Shut it down! Shut everything down! They're in the system!
This should come in handy.
But there's Manly. I was just wondering where you were.
We've got close targets. Go get him. Not that. Good girl. We've got close targets.
This console might have something. Most of the data is corrupted, but a few bits are left. They were performing experiments on Geth systems, looking for new ways to overcome Geth resistance to reprogramming.
Do you think testing weapons on the Geth was right?
It's not testing weapons on prisoners, Shepard. I only sent Father parts. Even if he assembled them, they wouldn't be sapient. You saw what Saren and Sovereign did with the Geth. Any research that gives us an advantage is important.
Could any of that data clear your name?
Doubtful. This is mostly results data, effects of different disruptive hacking techniques. I don't understand all of it. But they may have been activating the Geth deliberately. I don't know. Nothing here says specifically, but if they were, then Father was doing something terrible. What was all this, Father? You promised you'd build me a house on the homeworld. Was this going to bring us back home?
Maybe it's time for your people to let go of reclaiming your world from the Geth.
You have no idea what it's like. You have a planet to go back to. My home is one hull breach away from extinction.
Have the Quarians considered colonizing a new world?
We'd have enough difficulty reacclimating to our own native environment. Adjusting for exposure to a foreign colony would be even harder. It's the difference between 60 years and 600. For anyone alive now to watch a sunset without a mask, we must take back our home. At the very least, we can take back one ship. Come on.
A whittle? I must sudden to turn to Elmer, but it's a little weird that like the Paragon slot is filled with like kind of
Obstacle countermeasures. Won't last. We've got close target.
Hell.
Want some more?
Okay.
Father! No, no. You always had a plan. Masked life signs or an onboard medical stasis program maybe. You wouldn't. They're wrong. You wouldn't just die like this. You wouldn't leave me.
Hey, come here.
Damn it. Damn it. I'm sorry.
You've got nothing to be sorry about.
Maybe he would have known I'd come. Maybe he left a message.
Tally, if you are listening, then I am dead. The gas have gone active. I don't have much time. The main hub will be on the bridge. You'll need to destroy it to stop their VI processes from forming new neural links. Make sure Hangerl and Darozen see the data. They must.
Thanks, Dad.
He knew you'd come for him. He was trying to help you. It's not perfect. It's not what you wanted. But it's the best he could do.
I don't know what's worse. Thinking he never really cared, or thinking that he did, and that this was the only way he could show it. It doesn't matter. One way or the other, I cared. And I'm here. And we're ending this.
There's a wall safe. How many wall safes are there?
Hostile combat drone!
This console is linked to the main hub Father mentioned. Disabling it shut down any geth we missed. It looks like some of the recordings remained intact. They'll tell us how this happened, what Father did.
You sound like you don't really want to hear it.
No. We have to. I know. I just... This is terrible, Shepard. I don't want to know that he was part of this.
Sounds like he was doing this for you.
I never wanted this, Shepard. Keela, I never wanted this. Everything here is his fault. I tried to pretend it didn't point to him, but this... When this comes up in the trial, they'll... We can't tell them. Not the admirals, not anyone.
Tally, without this evidence, you're looking at exile.
You think I don't know that? You think I want to live knowing that I can never see the fleet again? But I can't go back into that room and say that my father was the worst war criminal in our people's history. I cannot.
We're not going to decide anything here. Let's see what the Admirals say once we get back.
You're my captain in this hearing, Shepard. It's your decision. But please, don't destroy what my father was. Come on. If we wait too long, they'll decide we're already dead, and none of this will matter.
Oh, no option there. That's kind of... This is tricky.
We need to face facts. There has been no word. There is no reason to think Tali Zora survived.
Sounds like the hearing is already underway.
We must trust Shepard's offer of assistance. It's only been a few hours.
He noticed that the shuttle had arrived already. Posthumously? Really?
Very well. Is the Admiralty Board prepared to render judgment?
Sorry we're late.
Tali Zora Vas Normandy saved the Alarai. I hope this proves her loyalty to the Quarian people.
Her loyalty was never in doubt, only her judgment.
Perhaps Tali Zora can offer something to encourage more trust in her judgment.
Did you find anything on the Alarai that could clarify what happened there?
Shepard, please.
Does Captain Shepard have any new evidence to submit to this hearing?
Tali helped me defeat Saren and the Geth at the Citadel. That should be all the evidence you need. But if you want more, I can present the Normandy, which Tali also saved from Geth forces, even though it's too quiet for her to sleep well.
We still don't know what happened on the Alarai.
No, Admiral, you don't. But you gave her my name. I'm her captain. I trust her with my life, and I'm telling you that she's innocent.
And we should just trust this human's opinion?
We placed Tali's life in the human's hands. Would you doubt those words if they came from a Quarian, Captain?
No. Based on the rest of the evidence, I suppose that I wouldn't.
Are the Admirals prepared to render the judgment? Tali Zora, in light of your history of service, we do not find sufficient evidence to convict. You are cleared of all charges. Commander Shepard, please accept these gifts in appreciation for you taking the time to represent one of our people.
With all due respect, Admiral, I didn't represent one of your people. I represented one of mine.
So you did, Shepard.
This hearing is concluded. Go in peace, Tali Zora Vas Normandy. Kila Salai.
I can't believe you pulled that off. What you said. I've never had anyone speak like that on my behalf. Thank you for being there for my father and me. Even when... Thank you.
Tally, about what your father said, what he did. You deserve better.
I got better, Shepard. I got you.
Well, you can still go back in and get you exiled if you want.
Thanks. But I'm fine with things like this. It's fun watching you shout.
Oh.
Come on, Talizora Vas Normandy. Let's get back to our ship.
Thank you, Captain.
Now what's this?
That's pretty for Paragon. We're overflowing with Paragon. It's gonna be kind of crushing if she like confesses to us, regardless of our relationship with Jack, or like. Why do we have Gap's shield strength? What? We don't have any Gap with us. I think that might be all of the ships that we can get.
Keela, I'm sorry I dragged you into Quarian politics. All that infighting, seeing what my father did. You were the only one there for me, Shepard. The only cover I had against that storm. Thank you.
The whole trial was insulting. You should have had time to mourn your father.
I don't think life is about what you deserve. But my father would be honored that I chose to mourn him by blowing up a lot of Gap. I should get back to work. But thanks for checking on me.
That's it? Really?
Shepard, what can I do for you?
Have you got time to talk?
I really need to clean up this engine. Maybe later?
I'll let you work.
Talk to you later.
Kenneth, what has the new shielding done to your power grid balance?
Not much. With built-in capacitor subsystems, they have a surprisingly low draw.
Doesn't that mean the shielding boost wouldn't last long under fire?
True.
Ellie?
They're built for hard, fast strikes, not firefights of attrition.
talk to Garrus maybe. Like I think it would be interesting if Tally still like confessed to us or something, e- even if we were like already in a relationship with Jack. Like maybe we have a chance to like switch over maybe a little bit, but like I think like when with Liara, I feel like Liara is very much the OTP of Mass Effect 1. Mass Effect 2 is not quite as like well defined because um, it does romance better overall. Like Ashley was all right, but it felt a little clumsy, I guess. I suppose it's most likely because both the um of the non or the human the human love interest of Mass Effect are killable. Spoilers. Um, like one of them will die no matter what, and I feel like at least with Ashley, it feels like there's the progression of like the flirting and the romance doesn't really feel all that um it doesn't feel very natural. It just feels like we're flirting a little bit here and there. She's talking about with some degree of seriousness, like um uh not fraternizing. And granted, I'm autistic, so maybe she was being a little sarcastic or playful, and I just wasn't picking up on it. But like it feels like it doesn't really feel like a proper romance until like the very last minute where you know where we have the romance scene. Like, and even then, like it just feels like it kind of comes out of the blue, and the only real indication of it is our being able to shut down Liara by saying like, "Oh no, we're with someone else." And I'll give it credit for that, but at the same time, it's also I didn't like the way that Liara presses us even when we say that Ashley is special to us. Like, um, no, with all of that said, I do really like how Ashley is portrayed in this game. Even if it is a little, it feels me a bit forced how she turns on us. It still makes just enough sense that like she feels betrayed. You know, she's heard rumors that we're somehow alive again, and that we're somehow working for Cerberus. Like, if I were in her position, I would probably be um a little miffed too. Like, and maybe even a little bipolar seeming. Like, because like when she first talks to us, like she seems like relieved that we're alive and rather friendly. But as the conversation progresses, the anger just kicks in. And it's like the betrayal kicks in. Um, like it entirely makes sense. She would be going through a whirlwind of emotions at that point. Um, Especially since we romanced her. I think even if we didn't, like it still makes a degree of sense. So I can't really give it like any um um I don't know if I've given that a positive. Like it could be positive, or maybe it's a little neutral-ish because it hurt a little, just a little bit. Like despite my misgivings of how the romance was portrayed in Mass Effect One, it's actually kind of portrayed better here. Strangely enough, even though the romance can't really go anywhere beyond, the basically a scene and an email. Um, yeah, like again, like just backtracking a little bit. Like I took a little bit of offense to the idea that you can tell Ashley, or you can tell Liara that Ashley is special to us, and then she doesn't like just automatically like, okay, I understand. She like she presses us, like it. I think I was joking at the time, but like it felt like, are you sure you don't want to romance Liara? Like we've already done that in my last playthrough. I want to try something different this time. Um, but yeah, well, the only reason why I want Tally to confess to us is because I want to see if they do that idea better of a character crushing on us, and then us being able to be like, you know, I mean, I still would feel awful about actually shutting her down, but um, anyway.
Shepard, need me for something?
Have you got a minute?
Can it wait for a bit? I'm in the middle of some calibrations.
Talk to you later, Garrus.
He might be permanently in the middle of calibrations. Actually, I have a feeling that he is. Although, I, I feel like I don't know about giving it a negative for the lack of development beyond a certain point. Let's try by the shadow broker base to see what our investments have come to. I think this might be our last round of investments, so also it's a very annoying bug. Oh great! Because of the bug with the mission reports, I can't. Well, that's a negative. Like, it's annoying, but then it breaks the game. Okay. I'm still gonna give it a control negative because the only way to actually redeem it is to switch to a keyboard and mouse. Now I don't know if it's a problem that's been fixed on consoles. I might not give it a negative because there's a way around it. Like, and we're not reviewing the console version. We're reviewing the version where we can switch to keyboard and mouse on the fly, which itself is a positive of sorts. I'm not sure if it's a terrible positive or a really good positive, but I mean there could be a control positive for controller support, even if it is broken. Um, when you, at least when I turn on my Xbox Series controller, um, before start firing up the game, or firing up a save for that matter. Okay. I don't know if I'm going to deal with mining companies. There's like no reason to.
Aria Talok, Omega. Emily Wong, Citadel.
She's a slightly better dancer than we are.
Fred Mazai, Citadel.
I forget who Fred Mazai is.
Donnell Udina, Citadel.
No, it's supposed to be going the other way around. I think there's story interaction negative or information negative for the wrong person shoving the wrong person. You'll notice that I'm not actually making a note.
David Anderson, Citadel.
Mr. Anderson.
Praetor Gavon, Omega. Kalisa bint Sinan Al-Jilani, Citadel.
Oh boy. What is the hand? It should be a headbutt. Although a headbutt is a sign of honor, so. It may be a combination punch and headbutt.
Keeper 20, Citadel. Matriarch Atheta, Ilium.
Oh boy.
Tachanka.
Whoa! Oh my god.
Elias Kellum. Omega. Jacob Taylor. Normandy SR2.
This one's for the ladies, and for the guys who are into this sort of thing. Can I send this to Kasimi? We're just gonna pretend that we forward this. We found a way to forward this to Kasimi.
Subject 0. Purgatory. Ship now defunct.
Here we can see her cutscene powers.
Arya Talok. Omega.
Information positive. I don't know. It could be a control negative for us having to come back and see different stuff, but whatever. I might just make a note, because I know I'll give a positive with a caveat or whatever. Hopefully I'm not giving multiple positives to the same thing. I'll try to keep track of like which ones I think I may have already given positives for, and when I go through, try to keep an eye out. Like there are some things that I want to make a note of that aren't necessarily like negative worthy, especially since we don't we aren't. I've more or less, at least for this review and foreseeable reviews in the future, I'm not going to weight negatives. Like I've kind of committed to that idea that basically the closest I've come is recently when I talk about like squad members. You know, because I mean that's a case of just aggregate, you know, sort of a thing. Like aggregates aren't well, aggregates are kind of a thing here, but aggregates have to be kind of related to each other, um, in some way. Like basically, here's kind of the thing. You know, I'm making up the rules as I go, so you know, keep that. But a particular positive or negative may have multiple facets that come together in a similar category to make something positive. Certain negatives may have multiple facets that come together to make it worthy of a negative. Where like one particular negative facet of a particular mechanic wouldn't necessarily be bad on its own, or that bad on its own, but because it is coupled with several other things that are wrong, it becomes a full negative. Like that would be something of an aggregate effect of sorts. Now there's also things that can be. I'm not sure if I've run into anything that's like. I mean, I guess like the characterization of everyone, like all the squad members, has become like, yeah, like that's a big example of getting multiple positives for a single thing, or at least category of thing. That along with positives so far for Fane and Morden. Now, I'll just say that like why I'm giving those positives and then relegating everyone else to just a double aggregate. I think it comes down to the world building involved with their characters. I think is what really makes them stand out. Like Fane definitely is world building, not just the characterization. Because all the characters are pretty well characterized, which is why they get two positives. So for Fane, I mean, like I feel like Fane and Morden are also like an example of an aggregate, like in themselves, like all the things that are done well with the character. For Fane, it's the characterization. The fact that he's a member of a race we haven't seen before, and don't really see a whole lot of throughout the series, really, to be honest. I mean, I think we only see two Drell across the Mass Effect trilogy. We see Fane and we see his kid. We see Fane and his son. Um, Actually, we should talk to Fane again. Because I think we can get more out of him, maybe. Morden, um, having to commend it. But Morden is like his characterization, his backstory, his involvement in Genophage adds to, or the Genophage modification project, uh, leads to further world building, and he's integral to his character and his overall arc going into Mass Effect 3. But we're just judging it from his presentation here, and then also like the whole Gilbert and Sullivan thing. I think it may have even given a positive to Scientist Stellarian. If I can find it. But like even if I didn't, it would just be part of. Like if it's there, it's there, and it will just add to the more than positive. If it isn't there, I'll probably just fold it into the more than positive. Um, so either is a positive or on its own, or like I'm not sure it is necessarily worth positive on its own, even though it's so great. Yeah. Samara, like, you could potentially argue that her whole thing as a Justicar is a form of world building, but it's very specific to her character. Like, that's kind of the thing. I mean, we'll see maybe with her loyalty mission and some of the stuff maybe discussions we have with her later. I just I'm not sure. Like, her character doesn't quite click with me to the degree that Fane and Morden do. And I mean, this is where I guess my own subjective opinion is kind of intersecting here. Um, is kind of impacting my review because I just feel that, like, Morden and Fane are, like, awesome in particular ways um, that just make them feel worthy of a special note. You know, an extra positive in addition to the standard positives that I'm probably going to be giving at least one of to everyone. Like, I think every loyalty mission is probably going to be getting an information positive. And the control positive, where relevant. Where it, like, I don't, like, for example, I'm not sure if, Samara is going to get a control positive. Maybe, like, we'll discuss it when we get to it, which it'll probably be the next thing we do. But, it's one instance where it might even get a negative. It might get a negative in the same way that, I think it would get a negative in the same way that, Project Overlord, I believe, got a negative. Yeah. Because basically we're just given a choice between being good and being evil. For lack of a better way to put it. So that might actually give us, like, by the precedent of Overlord, it would probably be another information negative. It isn't really a moral dilemma. It's more a dilemma between doing the right thing or not doing the right thing. And I think in a game full of interesting decisions that aren't, like, clearly black and white. Like, usually there is something that's kind of the good choice, the pragmatic, the paragon choice. But usually the renegade choice is more of a shade of gray. So it's like, white versus shade of gray. And some shades of gray are darker than others, but usually it is white versus shade of gray. Some of the choices are more about law and chaos. But yeah, I don't think that, at the very least, like, if it isn't a negative, it may just be the lack of a positive. Like, I could, I don't know. Also, like, in Mass Effect 3, I'm not sure if I'm even going to touch upon it. Like, I think I'll mention it when we get there. At least in this game. Just to avoid spoiling more than I normally do. Yeah, and I feel like the Justicar thing does not necessarily give a whole lot of insight into Asari culture. Like, it's its own thing. It's just directly tied to her character. It's a little, it's not bad. It's not good. It's just neutral. Like, okay, she's well characterized, but so is everyone else, and that's already getting a positive in itself. So I feel this when a character. I'm trying to kind of define like what gives a character, a particular character, a positive on their own, and I think it's when they contribute to world building, like on a in a proper way. You know, I think the Asari Justicar thing is more just Samara. It's about her character. It's what she is. It's her code. We don't really encounter any other Asari Justicar ever. Minor spoilers for what doesn't happen. We may encounter some other Justicars in free. I don't think we do. Really. We don't learn about the Justicars. We don't really learn a whole lot about the Justicar system. Like, are all like, it seems doubtful, at least the way things are presented here, that um, Justicars um, are all like going after Ardat Yachi because there's only like 3, at least from what Samara has told us. And there's some contradictory information from one character who like mentions that there's like pottery or something, or I can't, like some sort of a craft thing that comes from Ardat Yachi. And people, I think, even for Mass Effect 3, like I found a post of people like debating like, are there really more than just the 3? And in, minor spoilers of Mass Effect 3, we do learn that there are substantially more than 3, which actually makes sense to me. I don't know if it's gonna get a negative though. Like it's like, I mean, I've given negatives for like bad storytelling, things that don't make sense, but it's a retcon that serves the story. Like at most, I might just make a note about it. I think at least at this point, people can feel free to debate it with me, but no one's debated anything with me so far, so. Also, the other reason why I'm not giving every individual character a positive is because I feel I may already be kind of going a little overboard with the number of positives I'm giving in a number of categories that I'm giving them. So I feel like the loyalty missions deserve some positives because like they're um I don't know, like there's so many factors that go into each loyalty mission.
I'm glad that mess is over for Tali, Commander. Some of those Quarians. I guess living your whole life aboard a ship can really mess with your priorities. Not that I would know. I'll just burn myself. Great.
I assume everything is going well up here?
Good for now. Fractured my thumb on the mute, but I think I made my point.
That's it for now.
See you, Commander.
I don't know if you have things to say about the other.
Commander.
That's it for now.
See you, Commander.
I just wanted to spin around like that again. I figure we're gonna go to Ilos and buy some things. Again, we should talk to Fane. Or Ilium, I mean. Not Ilias. What the heck am I talking about?
Do you need something?
Have a few minutes to talk?
Very well. I had been recording a message for Kolyat.
How are things going with him?
It is difficult. All things worth keeping are. I never explained. I suppose the story of my wife's death took you by surprise.
I figured you'd explain to me when you were ready.
I appreciate your patience. I kept my work clear of our home life. I assumed that would be enough to protect Erica. That memory I mentioned before. Laser dot trembles on the target's skull. The smell of spice on a spring wind. Sunset, eyes defiant in the scope. That was Erica. That was how I met her. She saw my targeting laser as she walked by and threw herself in the way.
So how did she go from blocking your shot to having your children?
I had to meet her. The memory possessed and endowed me. I fell on my knees before her, begged her pardon. She introduced me to the world beyond my work. Eventually, she forgave me. Later, she loved me.
I guess she impressed you.
She woke me up. Her body trembles. Not fear. Indignation. Her mouth moves. How dare you? You and I trained to sacrifice ourselves to save others. How often does a civilian step in the way of a bullet to protect someone they've never met? I thought she was the goddess Hirashu. She met my eyes through the scope, and my purpose faltered.
When you talked to Kolyat, you said she died.
I let myself become complacent. I thought Erica and Kolyat were safe. I stayed away too long, and my enemies came for her.
Who came for her?
Batarians. A slaver ring that was
of course, Batarians.
Colonies. I'd killed their leaders. They paid the Shadow Broker to find out who I was. But they were afraid of me, so they went after her.
You told Kolyat that you hunted her killers down.
Erica woke me up. When she passed, I returned to my battle sleep. My body hunted her killers, murdered them. I was taught to grant death quickly, cleanly, to minimize suffering. Them, I let them linger.
You were operating on instinct. By your own rules, you can't blame yourself.
But I made the choice to hunt them. They're the only lives I've ever taken of my own choice. The only deaths on my own conscience. I haven't spoken about my wife, and I don't think I ever have. I didn't have anyone left to tell it to.
Thane, the worst thing is to face death with regrets. You're part of my crew, and I consider you a friend. If there's anything I can help you with, just ask.
I've never been part of a team. Assassins tend to be solitary. I'm learning the virtues of facing death with others at your side. It's a work in progress.
We'll have to see if there's another thing. Like, also, Fane feels like he has a lot more dialogue with him. A lot more interactions than other characters. And again, like, it's not like the fact that everyone else doesn't have as much isn't necessarily a negative. But it is kind of a lack of a positive. It might further justify my lack of giving it a positive for every single character. Like, on their own merits. Like, I'm giving positives to every loyalty mission. At least one. Like I said. Information is, the big one. Control depends on what choices there are and how much they feel like a choice. In the case of, um, that's not a pretty cat.
There we go. Run away, you bastards. Alien colony plans.
I spent the last 2 years here. I had a purpose, a goal. Now that I've accomplished it, something occurs to me. In all that time, I never looked at the horizon. It is spectacular.
I'm not sure if I'm giving information positive, even though it relates to control. It's more. Yeah. Right now. I think it's late. We need to find a. I took some sips of water recently, so I'm not sure. Well, I'm a little above average. For me, anyway.
All right. Let's do it. Oh, of course, I just need to make a call. I should, check the warranty first.
Ilium Entertainment would like to respond to complaints about our upcoming film, Flutters of the Jellyfish Students. The Hanar Anti-Defamation Association claims that our portrayal of Blasto insults Hanar society, going so far as to call it exploitation. We in Ilium Entertainment we hope that you, the viewer, will decide whether we have done Blasto justice.
Hey, we're friends. I have never called you that. No, but
Well, actually remembers
you think it was easy
where we left off in their dialogue.
Going to try and make it as a commando?
Why not? Every Asari has biotics. Might as well use them, right? Damn, that's a hell of a sniper rifle.
If you say so.
I think we bought everything we can on Ilium.
Another look at the contract.
So it's just a matter of
Forget it. Do whatever you
Tuchanka. I mean, there's still the armor pieces. Okay, I need to look up the forged ID thing. Apparently there's a character between floors.
You should try it my way. Look at how the wind's blowing.
The council thought that Blasto, the first Hanar Spectre, would play by the rules.
This one is forgotten.
Or is it just humid? It's another possibility. No, it feels like 70. If 70 is supposed to feel like 70. Doesn't even tell me what the dew point is. Yeah, we're out of weapon upgrades for now. Well, that's weird. How do we end up all the way over there? No wonder we haven't run into them. We don't usually.
I'm Commander Shepard, and this is my favorite store on the Citadel.
I wasn't paying attention to between. There's a between two floors, so I'm just kind of going off of that without spoiling myself too much further than that.
I can't believe these humans. No fly lists? What did they turn this place into?
I should.
I overheard you talking. Having a problem?
It's a private matter.
Give me a chance. I might be able to help.
I don't see why you would. Since your kind gained a seat on the council, they've taken over CSEC customs. There are hundreds of new security checks and travel restrictions. We've been flagged as a potential risk for Geth infiltration. They won't let us board a ship back to Asari space.
Why would they consider you a risk? You're obviously not Geth.
I don't know. They wouldn't tell us. We got on a list somewhere for some reason, and they won't tell us anything because it's classified.
Who won't let you board a ship?
I don't know who made the decision. Some pencil pusher at the shuttle port told us. The one outside the CSEC station?
I'll see if I can get it sorted out.
I'm not holding my breath.
Yes?
I overheard your conversation. Make him scream a little?
This isn't a presidium. All they have to worry about are protesters outside their free speech zones or someone's poodle crapping on the grass. Down here, we have drugs, organized crime, and murder. Policing a ward is like policing New York City. Sometimes you have to work outside the council's rulebook.
I should be going.
You need anything else, let me know.
I'm sorry, but I can't let you board the shuttle with that.
But this is a ceremonial item of my people.
Sir, it's a 15-centimeter serrated blade.
You humans are all racist.
Can I help you, sir?
I talked to a couple of Asari. They say customs won't let them leave the station, but they weren't told why. Can you help me out?
I'm sorry, sir, but all matters related to station security are classified. We can't risk Geth infiltration. Revealing why someone is on a watch list might compromise the safety of CSEC's undercover agents.
This is kind of Battlestar Galactica-y.
Did you talk with them? Did they seem like Geth agents to you?
Well, no, but you can never be sure.
Look, miss, I've fought hundreds of Geth. I can assure you that those two aren't Geth infiltrators. The lack of flashlight heads was kind of a giveaway.
I'm not saying it makes any sense. Those are the rules I have to enforce. I can't get them cleared, but I can flag the case file for review. That will allow them to travel in the meantime. Is there anything else I can do for you?
I'm fine. Thanks for your help.
Next?
You think that maybe the council is actually actively concerned about, like secretly concerned about, Reaper indoctrination. Like, why they would fake these Asari in particular are indoctrinated, I have no idea.
So?
Good news. I convinced them to let you go.
You what? How did you do that?
I explained how their methods are flawed. I fought a lot of Geth in my time.
Few have. How unexpected. We should get ready to leave. There should be another ship heading to Thessia tomorrow.
We don't even need the fake ID.
You'll have to wait for the next shuttle.
You made me miss the last one.
Just in case, because I'm terribly paranoid.
Are you here about my daughter? My nephew died a week ago and no one seems to care. The medics said it was a brain hemorrhage, but that's not true. It was murder. Someone killed my nephew, my baby.
I think she was murdered too, and I'm looking for her killer.
Oh, thank you. It's so hard when no one believes you. I'm all alone now. Are you one of Aria's people?
I'm here to help. Does it matter who sent me?
No one else on this hellhole station gives a damn that my nephew is dead. If you can do something about it, I'll help you however I can.
Did your daughter have a lot of friends?
Not a lot, no. She was shy. Spent most of her time off making her sculptures, not hanging out with friends. Something did change in the last few weeks, though. She started talking about an Asari. Morinth. I see. I didn't like her. She kept dragging Neff out to clubs, and I'm pretty sure she gave my daughter drugs.
What kind of a person was this Morinth?
I never met her. But Neff talked about her like she was a queen. You'd swear there was no one else alive when she talked about Morinth.
That sounds familiar.
Samara, does Morinth control her victims with drugs?
She controls them through sheer will. The drugs are just a lifestyle. She loves the club, loves the base. She's a hedonist.
So this Morinth did hurt my daughter? Is she the one that...
I will bring justice to the one that did this.
We swear to you. Neff will rest easy soon.
I hope so. I hope so. My baby.
Did Neff hang out anywhere in particular?
She was always quiet working here at home. Then, a few weeks ago, she started going out all the time to the VIP area of that club down the street. I think you need a password or something to get in there. The change was so sudden. She just seemed tired and distracted when she wasn't around Morinth.
What kind of a girl was your daughter?
My Neff had a fire inside her. She was shy, but she was creative and driven and the best girl a mother could hope for.
She was creative. How so?
She was a sculptor. Several galleries were interested in her. Said her work was fresh.
You mind if I examine Neff's room?
I didn't want to disturb anything. Her clothes, her art, her sculptures, everything is the way she left it. The way it will always be. My baby is gone. She's gone. Thank you. I'm sorry. I just miss her so much.
It's okay. We've all suffered loss.
I know what it means to lose a daughter. I will avenge her.
Thank you. Please, if it helps you find her killer, look through her things.
We will be respectful.
I'll examine her things.
I might have to give a negative to Paragon Interrupts in general, because I feel like they're too interrupting. It's kind of an information negative, but I'm gonna say control negative. Like, it affects information. Yeah, like I say, like the renegade interrupts, at least in a number of cases, um, the interruptive aspect, like the suddenness of it, is kind of part of the point. Like every time someone's a bad guy is doing a speech, and you get to like literally interrupt their speech to do a renegade option, like that's okay. I think there may be some examples of renegade interrupts where it maybe shouldn't be done that way, but it doesn't deserve a negative in itself. It's just an extension of the negative I'm already giving. So my solution, there's effectively two solutions. One is to have the Paragon interrupt occur like literally after whatever the character says. Like it's the moment where like she breaks down weeping, and then you're given the option to hug her, you know, or you otherwise comfort her. Um, like that would work okay, although it would slow things down a little. Um, the other option, which is the one I'm proposing in my notes, is to just have the interaction itself happen after, be delayed until after the dialogue goes through. That way, if we're immersed in what's being said, um, you know, heck, that scene at the end of Overlord is kind of another example in a way. I already gave that negative in itself. Um, because I felt it maybe a bit a little too short. Um, heck, I should consider giving a negative for Liara's kissing Liara and Shadowpoker for being too short. Um, Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Like, it doesn't happen in this playthrough, but that does not mean I can't give it a negative because we're reviewing this version of the game. And although I can't attest for the fact that they didn't change it up a bit for this version, I kind of like just from what I've seen, I kind of doubt it is. I may make a note that they may have changed it up, but I doubt it. Um, anyone who knows whether or not the Paragon interrupt for kissing Liara and Shadow Broker has been tweaked in Legendary Edition, please speak up. In the comments. Um, I'm not sure if you'll be in time to for my final review. I might try and research it, but I don't know what to search for. So, yeah.
Neff, I'm sending you this hologram by the Elcor artist Forta. His work is sublime, but don't stare at it too long or you may go mad. I don't want anything bad to happen to you, love. I can't wait to hear what you think of Forta.
Read the oldest entry.
Hey, Diary. Cycle 34, Orbit 671. There's a lot to talk about. I dropped Jarut's name, and they let me into the VIP room at Afterlife. I'm sure everyone was staring at me. Then the most beautiful Asari starts dancing near me. She moves like water, form and volume, but shifting, changing. I'm in a trance. Then I'm dancing with her. Later, we went for skewers, and I'm supposed to see her again tomorrow.
Read the middle entry.
Cycle 36, Orbit 671. Am I a freak? Morinth is a girl like me, and she's definitely not human. Just when we dance and the helix is flowing through me, the way she looks at me with a hunger, a longing, no one's ever looked at me like that. We kiss tonight.
Read the newest entry.
Cycle 42, Orbit 67. She's going to take me to her apartment tonight. Whatever happens, I want to be with her forever. She can sell my pieces. We can live somewhere glamorous, like the women in Vanya that Vid Morinth likes. How did this happen to me? I'm just dumb trash from Omega.
Close the holo journal.
This is Morinth's work. She's attracted to artists and creators. Someone with a spark, slightly isolated from their peers. She impresses with sophistication and sex appeal. Then she strikes. The hunt interests her as much as the conquest.
Anyone who successfully hunted sapient beings for 400 years warrants caution.
Morinth speaks to you on many levels. Her body tells yours that she'll bring unimaginable ecstasy. Her scent evokes emotions long hidden. Her eyes promise you things you were always scared to ask of another. Her voice whispers to you after she is done speaking.
She sounds more like a highly evolved killer than a genetic defective.
The condition has been present since my people huddled around fires at night. Perhaps it is symbiotic rather than a defect. Storming her den would be a mistake. She will have 100 escape routes planned. She will go to ground and disappear for 50 years or more. This is the closest I've ever been.
So we have to lure her out.
Exactly. Shepard, you read my mind. Afterlife's VIP section seems her preferred hunting ground. You must go there alone and unarmed.
She'll come after me.
You can draw Morinth out. She'll certainly flee if she catches sight of me, but she won't be able to resist you. You are an artist on the battlefield. You have the vital spark that attracts her. Your power will draw her in.
Time's wasting. Let's get over there.
I agree. We can talk more once we're there.
I actually almost feel like there should be more of a positive for more as a character.
I've made that. A man from some gallery offered me 4 years' salary for it. I'd never part with it.
Neff, I'm sending you this hologram by the Elcor artist Forta. His work is sublime, but don't stare at it too long or you may go mad. I don't want anything bad to happen to you, love. I can't wait to hear what you think of Forta.
Okay.
Hello again. Did you find anything? Is there anything I can do to help?
I should go.
My temperature is up like 0.5 degrees.
What do you want?
Someone told me the rest of Afterlife is nothing compared to this place.
Sounds like a smart person. Who was it? Jarut. Go on in. Word to the wise. Start a fight, we'll hurt you. Someone attacks you, it's okay to defend yourself.
You must go in alone. Morinth will be watching. Like any predator, she is cautious. You must pique her interest enough that she will approach you. When you are face to face, subtly encourage her to invite you to her apartment. I'll follow discreetly, and when you are alone, I'll spring the trap. Know this, until I get there, you are in great peril. She will be planning to inflict horrors on you. If you are not careful, you will want her to.
How can I spark her interest when I'm not even talking to her?
Courage or suicidal bravery could attract her. Hurt someone in defense and she will be excited. But pick a fight and she'll be bored. Show skill at working smoothly through a nightclub crowd. She will be intrigued. She'll want you the moment she sees you. The rest is just a matter of overpowering her caution.
How do I convince her to take me home?
She admires strength, directness, and vigor. Modesty, chivalry, or meekness frustrate and bore her. Violence excites her. You've killed Shepard. She'll like that.
Getting her alone, then falling under her sway? That'll require careful timing.
I will be near, and I will come for you, Shepard. Trust me as I trust and honor you.
Okay, what other things have we learned about Morinth that can help us here?
According to Neff's journal, Morinth likes dancing while on a drug called Halax. Neff's journal mentioned a vid called Vayenya. It seemed to have something to do with glamorous women. Morinth sent Neff a note saying she likes the Elcor artist Forta. Well, Shepard, that's everything we know.
Let's get started.
Shepard, we only get one chance at this. Any mistake and Morinth will disappear. If you're the least bit unsure, come talk to me. I will wait here. And Shepard, thank you. I do not share this burden easily, and you are the only soul I can imagine sharing it with.
Hey, do you know where to get tickets for Expel 10? I heard this amazing Asari say they were her favorite band. I just want whatever she wants. I gotta find tickets. Expel 10 is playing tomorrow.
What kind of music do they play?
They're a sensory band. Like, they crawl into you and make you feel things. And this Asari digs them like you wouldn't believe. I could score way out of my league, you know? You gotta help me.
I don't have any tickets.
If you score some, I got some creds for you.
It's hot. Sweaty.
Hi. I need help right now, and I don't know who to ask. You're human, and you don't look high, so you're it. Can you help me out?
What kind of help?
My friend Moiral is doing a piece on Omega Games. She's hanging with Floret. He's the worst of the worst.
What is she doing?
A vid piece. She's an investigative reporter, you know? She's trying to profile gang leaders.
Your friend could get hurt.
Yeah, and she's going to. See, Floret's on her. His gang is on the way here, and they're gonna make a mess of her. I have to get a message to her, and fast.
What do you want me to do?
She and I have a code. If you go over and say 2 words to Floret, my friend will get the message and get out of there. The 2 words are terminal and eternity. In that order. Please tell me you can do that. She's going to die.
I could give a positive for Morinth and Samara combined. Like their relationships and the concept of the Yachi and how they're presented.
I can do that.
Thank you. Thank you. Remember, terminal and eternity. In that order, just work them into a sentence.
I need to find the terminal. It's been taking me an eternity to find one.
Lots of money on display here tonight. I'm gonna hit some of that later. It's loud.
The music here used to be avant-garde. Couldn't dance to it, but it felt smart.
You need something, man?
Is there a public extranet terminal around here?
In a club? You don't have an Omni tool?
That is a pretty strange question.
I get by on public terminals. My Omni tool's been broken for an eternity.
That's a tough break. I'm done talking to you now.
Hey, Floret, I have to pee.
Yeah? Hurry back, Moirol. I'm ready to head out.
Oh. Are you still here?
Melon punch.
Thank you so much. I really thought she was going to die.
Lots of money on display here tonight. Gonna hit some of that. Good cred hunting tonight. Hit him in the alley. As long as it isn't one of Arya's people, we're good. We gotta get enough creds to keep ink off our backs. Hey, what are you looking at?
Just leave.
I want you gone from here.
Hey, we gotta pay the man. We work for Hink. You hear that? So, what do you think of us now?
How about I give you enough creds for your boss, then you leave and stay gone. No one gets hurt.
Works for me. Let's go.
Huh, I didn't see anything, but I can insult her.
What'll you have?
These are good people, but they look bored. Bored people don't spend much.
And you got an idea for how I could fix that?
A round of drinks shows that you appreciate their business. Your rep will improve, and you'll make more money in the end.
Maybe worth a try once. You better be right. Listen up, everyone! We love having you here, so a round of drinks on the house!
My name is Morin. I've been watching you. You're the most interesting person in this place. I've got a booth over here in the shadows. Why don't you come sit with me? Some nights I come here and there's no one interesting to talk to. Some nights, there's just one person. Tonight it's you. Why is that?
I think I can give it a control positive just for the number of ways you can approach Morinth. Or you can get more of his attention. But I'm gonna lead with the control positive. I have a feeling this review is going to be overwhelmingly positive, and I'm not sure what to think about that. Like, this is a good game. It's just like I feel like I'm maybe not critiquing enough.
Do you?
What do you think of the music here?
Dark rhythms, violent pulses. It stirs something primitive in me. What about you?
I'm curious about a band called Expel 10.
They get in my head and tear it to pieces. They're in concert soon. Maybe we should go together. You can lose yourself in the music here. There are ways to enhance that, you know?
What do you think of Halleck?
It slithers through my soul. Seems like we share some interests.
Do you know anything about art?
It speaks to the darkest places in me. What about you?
Do you know the artist Bortha?
I didn't think anyone around here knew him. He's sublime. Art comes in many varieties. I've seen vids that were more powerful than a sculpture sitting in a gallery.
Do you know Vanya?
My favorite. The two actresses on it are so glamorous.
I'll have to watch it.
Maybe we could do that together.
I've traveled all over the galaxy.
It changes you, doesn't it?
Real travel means going to dangerous places.
Where you can see and do things most people can't imagine.
Yes.
When I travel, I find myself drawn to dark, dangerous places.
Violent places?
Violence is the surest expression of power.
When you're the most powerful, you're safe.
Do you want to get out of here? My apartment is nearby and I want you alone.
I think you can explore her apartment.
Have a Hallex if you want, but wouldn't you rather have all your senses be clear and sharp right now? I certainly do. A gift from a suitor. The statue's got more personality than he did. Still, he impressed me enough that he finally got what he wanted. It didn't end the way he hoped. I love any game where your opponent can believe he is about to win, just before you kill him.
Although it feels weird, like how much we can like jive with her interests, and then she doesn't suspect anything. Assault rifle damage.
I was into dueling for a while. I love the moment you see it in your opponent's eyes. He knows you're better, and he's going to die.
Laying it out a little thick, Morin.
I love clubs. People, movement, heat. I can still hear the bass like the drums of a great hunt out for your blood. But here, it's muted, and you're safe. Is that what you want, Shepard?
People feel safest right before they die.
It's true. We're never safe. I've never understood the fascination with safety. Some of us choose differently. Independence over submission? I think we share that, you and I.
We've both killed many times, but that's where the similarities end.
Why do you say that I've killed? What do you know? Let's stop playing games. Look into my eyes and tell me you want me. Tell me you'd kill for me. Anything I want.
Any way you want it, that's the way you get it. Any way you. No.
Don't count on it.
But you. Who are you? Oh no, I see what's going on. The bitch herself found a little helper.
Marin! Mother. Do not call me that. I can't choose to stop being your daughter. Mother. You made your choice long ago. What choice? My only crime was being born with the gifts you gave me. Enough, Marin! I am the genetic destiny of the Asari. But they are not ready to reveal this. So I must die. You are a disease to be purged. Nothing more. I'm as strong as she is. Let me join you.
Yeah, I guess it might get a negative.
You, Shepard. Let us finish this.
Like, this is not a choice. And there's already a precedent for this.
End of the line, Morin.
And they call me a monster. Find peace in the embrace of the goddess. I am ready to leave this place and get on with my life. Are you ready to go as well?
Do you want to talk about what happened?
Shepard, what do you think I will say? What can I say? I just killed the bravest and smartest of my daughters. There are no words. I will try another time. For now, show mercy on a broken old warrior and let us leave.
But information positive for okay, so there's a positive for the portrayal of Morph and Samara together as a package deal. And of course a positive for the loyalty mission in general. Um, a control positive for the number of ways you can attract more of attention, and a negative for the fact that the choice isn't really much of a choice.
Let's go.
And we leveled up. I don't know. More interested in upgrades in general. Hopefully this will lead back to the main. Yep, okay.
Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal. Ah, yeah, that dude. We'll probably talk to Tally again. For sure.
Do you need something?
Have a few minutes to talk?
Of course, Shepard. Join me.
Still talking to Cole yet?
Yes. It's still difficult, but he seems less angry. Will you hear my confession, Shepard?
I wouldn't talk to you if I didn't want to hear what you have to say.
When I married Erica, the Hanar let me leave their service to raise a family, but I had no other skills, so I freelanced. When Erica was killed, I pursued those responsible. Once I'd eliminated them, I had no goal. I accepted the Dantius commission because I didn't know what else to do.
Not the healthiest attitude to take on a mission.
You're right, it's not. Looking back now, it's clear I'd resigned myself to death. I would have fulfilled my contract. If Nasana's guards caught me afterwards, it would have been a good death. But someone else was pushing to reach the target, forcing me to move faster, challenging me. I had to reach her first.
I had no idea you'd plan to die in there.
It wasn't a plan. My body had accepted its death. My mind had been dead a long time. Your mission gave me purpose, a cause to die for, a chance to atone. I was able to speak to my son again. I can leave my body in peace.
You've had a hard life. You deserve some peace.
Whatever may happen, my gun is yours.
That seems like the last one, I imagine. I'll probably talk to him again just to be sure of that, but... It feels like his character is the one that they put, like, the most effort into. Like, even Morden pales a bit in comparison to Thane.
Kenneth, do you think we'll make it through this?
Of course we will, Gabby.
I mean, as long as we take down the collectors, it's all worth it. Even if we don't make it.
Don't even think that. We'll make it through.
I gotta give a positive for Gabby and Donnelly. Sometimes I feel like I'm giving these out like they're candy.
Shepard, what can I do for you?
Have you got time to talk?
Sure. Let me just... Come on, you little bush-tat! Oh, sorry. I've got a small fever and I'm taking it out on the port drive core. Don't worry, it's nothing serious. Got sloppy while doing some suit repair.
I never understood how you get sick from non-quarian germs.
We don't, really. Turian germs are the only ones with any chance of affecting us, since we share amino acid chirality with them. What we experience is actually an acute allergic reaction.
How exactly does the sickness work? It's an allergic reaction?
Right.
Well, first we get up, and then we get down with the sickness.
What did Navigator Presley have that time?
Then we asked her mother to get up,
I wouldn't get
and come on, get down with the sickness.
fever as my system reacted to the foreign.
Then we asked a bunch of other people.
Depending on where it hits me, I could get other symptoms. Nausea, vomiting, everything you'd expect from being sick.
Then we asked the fornicators to get up and get down with the sickness. Then we brag about how madness is the gift that has been given to us, and then we also sometimes are asked to open up your hate and give it to us. So yeah, that's how pretty much how the sickness works.
How did you get sick this time?
I took some fire in a fight back on the Allerai. Nothing serious, but I needed to open my suit to check the wound. I disinfected properly, but one of the section seals had taken some damage, and foreign matter got out of the disinfected zone. It was a stupid mistake. You always check your seals before doing local treatment. Unless you forget. Then you get a damn fever.
You can seal off part of your suit?
Right. Like dropping emergency doors on a ship during a hull breach. It won't stop an infection that gets into my bloodstream, but it prevents a surface infection from spreading.
Were your immune system stronger before the Geth drove you from your homeworld?
Not as strong as those of most races, definitely. I'm not a biologist, but there's a theory about it. Because our planet lacked insect life, plants developed symbiotic relationships with large animals to spread seeds or pollen. Most viruses on our world were partially beneficial, so our immune systems evolved to be weak. They were more likely to adapt to contamination than fight it.
But Quarians colonized other worlds. They couldn't all have been like that.
They weren't. Most colonists went through a period of mild illness before adapting to the new environment. When the Geth took the homeworld and our colonies, the sterile environment on the flotilla ruined our immune system's adaptability. Even if we colonized a new world or reclaimed our own, we'd need a long process of bioengineering to recover.
I still give a positive to Tally, and which I don't know. At this rate, I almost feel like I'm giving everyone a positive to some extent because I'm giving two positives for anyone who doesn't already get a positive. Although I think there's probably still more than two characters who don't get positives, so even if I wasn't like out there. I'm just gonna give. I'm not gonna give a positive for Tali, but just for like the presentation of foreign culture. I mean, I don't know. It's an interesting balancing act. I do feel like sometimes I'll give negatives just to counteract the positives a little bit, to like not feel like I'm being overly positive. Which is not necessarily bad. I mean, it's kind of compensating for like I guess the faults of my system, which is that
I don't know if I could live inside a suit my whole life.
We are in our suits even among family. The most intimate thing we can do with another Quarian is link our suit environments. We get sick at first, and then we adapt. It's the most important gesture of trust, of acceptance. I haven't trusted anyone enough for that, though. Except, well, no Quarians. You know what I mean.
Is that flirting? I hope it's not flirting.
I appreciate the thought, Tally, and I feel the same way. But you don't have to prove anything to me.
I know. Well, not that I know, but I didn't mean it like that. It's wow, it's really hot in here. It's just that the tradition also signifies a willingness for, intimacy. I wasn't trying to... It's not always like that. It's more... how did we even end up talking about this?
Oh my god, I could say I'm interested.
Wait a minute. It sounds like you're suggesting something, Tally.
What could I possibly be suggesting? I mean, a young woman gets rescued by a dashing
God.
who lets her join his crew and then goes off to save the galaxy? How could she possibly develop any kind of interest in him?
I wish I'd saved before this. Oh god. Because I'm interested in theory but not necessarily in practice. This is kind of like the way to let her down.
This mission will be risky enough. I can't jeopardize your health for that. No matter how much I'd like to.
But you'd like to? Good to know. Anyway, I should get to work. But thanks for coming by and talking.
Great. Great. I think this is still the newer one. Should be no. Like I'm already seeing someone, sort of maybe. I'm not really sure. God, this is awkward.
No messages for you, Commander.
Also, I should really. I don't know if I should get it.
Bastards didn't know what hit him. Coming around for a second patrol, looking for survivors. Bastards didn't know what hit him. Coming around for a second patrol, looking for survivors.
Scans have found something.
First activity detected on the local on the planet's surface. Communication. Ash blue suns encoding protocols. Illegal archaeological activity. Apparently, we're going. Oh, yeah, we're not going on. I like the red outfit. I like the color red. Oh, have it. Well, this may be one of the few generic missions out here. Oh, we got an artifact we can retrieve. Belongs in a museum!
Can't reach them forward. Can't target them.
Samara? Okay. But really?
Your life is mine.
I'm one to explore. Let me explore. I could use the explosive container, damn it. I've been taking Jacob with us recently. We're going to take him along for the loyalty mission, so I guess we'll level up his skills then.
Can't get a lock. Can't reach the floor.
Captain Voorhees. Or Voorhees, okay. I was about to make a, well, now I have a recapture derelict ship. Damn it, we only have a new side quest. Oh, that was it.
Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
Shepard, what can I do for you?
Have you got time to talk?
Yes, I'd like that. I've been thinking about the last time we talked, and I do trust you. I hope you know that. This means something to me. It means a lot, but I don't want to share you.
Whoa! Well, so we already kind of.
Tally, there's a good chance that none of us are coming out of this fight alive. Don't ask me to choose.
I'm not asking anything, Shepard. One way or the other, you know how I feel. If you want to find comfort in someone else's arms, I won't hold it against you. Sheila, it'll be easier for both of us. Just keep it honest, okay? It's a small ship. Word travels.
Probably could go all in on barrier for him. So. I think he like got hit by his own explosive.
What were they doing here?
All airlock shield. Hardware is being kind of interesting.
I don't see anyone else here. Has to be a way in. We did it.
Can't reach the target.
Commander Shepard with them. FTL driving operative. Oh, that's nice.
What the hell happened here?
Whoa! That's a lot of dead bodies. I'm guessing this is just the other approach.
I don't know who the hell you think you are, but step one foot on the bridge and you'll pray for a quick death.
Has to be a way in. We did it.
Can't get Can't target.
Other shields are down. nice trip. On target.
Can't get a lock.
Ouch. I'll go to hell. You go straight to hell. Not what I'm eating. I mean, why you can never go to hell. Don't. Oh.
Has to be a way in.
Didn't we just tell you guys?
Can't reach the target. Can't get a lock. Taking heavy fire. Can't reach the target. Can't target them.
Have a nice trip.
Get there, the feather smack. I'll be recuperating back here. Are we? You didn't take care of all the feather smacks. Why didn't you take care of all the feather smacks? Oh, come the hell on. Really?
Can't reach the target. Can't target them. Can't. Can't target them.
Hostiles have been eliminated. It is likely that the requested cargo is located on
I'm not sure if we could give this quest positive. I mean, we've given lots of quests positive, but this one is just kind of another relatively boring shoot your way through with a bit of like flavor between. Well, good. Leadership conflict. Are you kidding me? Okay. Is this a freaking glitch? I'm not sure if it's gonna be negative worry, but Mom's telling me maybe I should go to bed early, but I'm not. I never go to bed early. What was I doing? Oh yeah. Yeah, apparently. Oh, the skin weave upgrade. Well, shit. There we go.
I'll take it.
Okay, now I can't recover the freaking payload. Huh? Huh? I think it's maybe after I recovered the... So it's just still there. Okay. Cool. what's going on, number Foggy.
Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
I never really got anything from Miranda. I mean, I know maybe I just went so far my way not to put it for her. I don't know. Oh, right. I'm kind of doubting that there's anything more to say with Callie. We've been a monster and rejected her advances.
No messages for you, Commander.
It's possible that it's possible that we already went there. Like we just, I don't know. Oh, there's Sable Falls signal. We're gonna see what we can buy from Tachanka. We probably could have delayed having the commitment point for Tally. So that we could like just wait and see.
Ah, Tachanka. Crude, dangerous, and probably radioactive. Let's get in, do what we need to do, and get out fast.
What did I tell you, honey? Isn't it beautiful? Far away from all that high-tech noise.
I guess. Seems a bit dirty, though.
Oh, it builds character. I wonder what those tourists look like up close. Nobody wrong here. Should I ask the female clan for right of parentage? Why bother with all the politics? You know yourself. Looks like Urs finally found someone to follow around. step, Shepard.
At first I thought it was a waste of ammunition just to kill incoming vermin. Now, I think if these Urdnot can pinpoint such small mammals with these guns, they'll make short work of an incoming invasion force.
One more win in the pits, and I'm retiring. Don't touch anything. Should you be in here?
This should come in handy.
I mean, it's everything. Like anything else is
Place your bet on the pits, you. Were you around when the female camps and the children over last week? Looks like Urs finally found someone.
if we're buying up armor pieces. We may or may not do Jacob's loyalty mission tonight. I should probably at least try to get sleep at a relatively decent time.
Anomaly detected.
Oh my god, more anomalies.
Report to hazard shelters immediately. Repeat. Javelin Mark II missile launch detected. Report to hazard shelters immediately. Launch detected.
Launching probe. Scans have found something.
Right. Yeah, I'm gonna make a new save. I wish I could freaking name the saves. I'm not sure if it's necessarily a negative, but I don't know if I'm gonna have to give it another positive for a good time limit. Let's bring Team Awkward.
Someone got their asses shot up out here.
Prison guard. No, what the hell is the point of coming in here? Refined palladium? Like there's, really? Wait a second, what? Where is our... I'm trying to give us an information negative. Maybe not, I don't know. I still have no idea if the timer's paused. I think gameplay is paused in general, so it...
Can't reach the target.
Damn it.
There is only one remaining kill switch code. Therefore, only one missile can be stopped. Use the kill switch code to save your selected target.
Ah, great. I'm not sure if I'm even give pauses for the choice.
We've done it.
I am going to give a combined control positive for this, and time limit. What is this mission called? Damn it, I don't know if we can even tell. The javelin missiles. Okay. Oh, come on. Really? I'm... I'm not sure if each would get a positive on their own. Like, I've already given positives for the time limits being reasonable on a mission by mission basis. And the fact of the matter is, I'm kind of tired of giving out positives for the reasonable time limits. Um, I may have given out too many. So I feel like a combination of that, in a sense, I feel the combination of that and the choice being interesting, although a little generic. Like, I mean, that just, um, in kind of out of the blue, in a manner of speaking. So, yeah, I feel like each by themselves are not necessarily positive worthy per se. Of course, like again, I have to take into account that I'm playing on normal difficulty, so or easy difficulty. So your mileage may vary whether or not the time limit is reasonable. But I do have a fair amount of time to spare. So yeah, at this rate, I think I'm going to put off Jacob's loyalty mission, but I'm pretty sure we're going to be able to power through the rest of everything tomorrow. Let's just go ahead and end the mission.
No messages for you, Commander.
Anomaly detected.
Check all those tunnels for runners and report back to Captain Nerum when you're done. Check all those tunnels for runners and report back to Captain Nerum when you're done. Check all those tunnels for runners and report...
Something on our sensors.
Ambush! Just spotted.
Hostiles down.
Damn it!
Oh, sorry.
Watch where you're shooting.
Just be grateful that friendly fire is enabled.
Can't target them. Engaging hostiles. Can't reach the target.
Hell.
A shuttle just landed outside the southern entrance. Get out there and take them out, now.
Due to concerns over employee safety, the Broadfield mining facility has been closed until further notice.
Due to Phillips' brilliant expansion of the northern mining tunnels into the mess hall last week, our small facility will be closing indefinitely. All teams will be transferred to the nearest starbase shortly.
Hey, cousin. That jerk Selim just fired me for no reason. I swear the guy has it out for me. I hear the Blue Suns are hiring people to take out some dumbass vigilante on Omega. I'm gonna go show them how it's done. Wish me luck.
Hey.
To the right. Yeah.
This really feels like it should be here for an arena. But it really isn't a lot of cover, so I guess it makes sense that it is.
Whoever you are, you won't make it out of here alive.
I'm Commander Shepard. Oh! Now I'm concerned that I won't make it out alive. Can we talk? Further confirmation.
They've seen us. Can't reach the target.
Done.
No messages for you, Commander.
Only half our fuel remains. Anomaly detected.
MSV Hugo Gernsback. Registration BW.
Probe launched. Something on our sensors.
Okay. That's weird. Okay. So there was a bunch of things you could do that'll take a few seconds of your time. Some other things that are maybe a little more involved. But of course, it's all optional. And I thank you for watching, regardless. And until next time, sana.